Well, I'm
Thank you.
wondering if there's anything sort of surprising about marriage or about relationships that you've learned with Leighton.
Um, yeah, I mean, well, let's see here. I mean, there are the basics, like, because I thought I was in long-term relationships before. And while I had been in a few 2, 3 year relationships, a 2 year relationship, and,
Mm-hmm.
they felt significant, and they are in certain ways, but there's no comparison, in my mind, to the level of, like, they didn't require teamwork in the same way. We
Yeah.
didn't have to be on the
Mm-hmm.
same team. We had to, like, tolerate each other and enjoy each other. And as soon as we weren't, we go our separate ways. And not only when you're married and have that commitment, but oh my gosh, when you have kids,
Hmm.
you are partners on the most important project of your life. And there's a lot of work required from both of you. And it's not just, even though it's the most pleasurable thing in my life, it's not always instant pleasure. And there's a lot of, you know, compromise and pride swallowing. And, but we're very fortunate. And I also think, if done right, if you can be so fortunate, and this is kind of Leighton's line, but, like, I believe it too. And hopefully it doesn't sound condescending or, like, gloating, but we kind of both, I think, believe, and I think it's just a romantic in us, maybe, or our penchant to not fight. I've never had screaming matches with anyone I've ever dated. But, like, marriage shouldn't be, there's a trope of, like, marriage is hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think so. I don't think in its best form, it shouldn't be. Raising kids is hard, is very hard. And, you got to, but ideally, like, you're complementing each other, your skill set, and you're growing together. And, like, it shouldn't, I personally would be unhappy if I thought my big takeaway from marriage is it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a romantic, and I sort of have,
Oh, that's sensible.
and to I'm so fortunate, and to brag, I pursued a career, and I don't know what else I would have done. There's a million ways I could have been stuck in something I like, okay, but I was so fortunate to be able to pursue and have a career in something I love, and I feel the same way about, my relationship and marriage, and so, yeah, and it's a dream. And it's also funny to have been at this sort of milestone of time and look back and go, like, you're different people. You're now both different people than you were when you started. And the world is different. And not only that, but you're so fused, forever.
Yeah.
And so much of who I am is her, and who she is me now. And we're just fortunate that, we're fortunate to love each other like we do, because it would be tough if we didn't. But anyways, I don't know if those are surprises or anything. They're not exactly, but
That's
those are
beautiful,
beautiful,
Adam. I'm
yes.
really happy you shared that.
Yeah,
It's
me
really
too.
nice.
okay. Thanks.
And I was just thinking too that, like, you've come a long way from the adrift, the as you described, the adrift youth. Like,
Say it,
you
Penn. I
did.
thought you were going to say lonely boy. The adrift lonely boy.
No, I don't talk in pop culture sound bites, Nava. It didn't even
You've
enter my
heard that
mind,
one.
but
You
now
know
we've
that
got
one.
it. Honestly, like, you described. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I mean, it sound like you're kind of feeling aimless at least, feeling adrift, feeling like, you really didn't know what was going to happen, but you pursued a career and achieved it. And, having a healthy and successful marriage and family with kids, that's an amazing thing. So, like, congratulations is the wrong thing to say because it's your life, but I mean, it must.
I'll take it.
Do you get
I'll take it.
do you get a sense of, like, gratitude or satisfaction or happiness, or just the sense of how you've grown?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the most content I've ever been. I'm the proudest I've ever been. And, to go on bragging further, oh my God, I mean, the proof of it all to me is in our kids, like, they're so great, and we have such a great relationship with them, and I feel like that's the ultimate, that's just the ultimate.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
That's the reward, and that's the satisfaction, and that's even where a lot of the source of pride comes from for me. A big part of perhaps our happiness, a big part of our is the fact that we are so financially secure, and we have such dream jobs with such dream schedules that we are allowed the freedom. We are free from the pressures of a lot of the pressures, not all of them, but a lot of the pressures that 99% of people have. And also, we have more time, unlike even my parents, to spend with our kids. You know, I mean, that's one of my favorite things of this job now, being an adult, is the work-life balance. And so that puts us in a different realm, and it's a real different context. So, you know, I'm aware that I could sound wildly out of touch when I say the stuff about my marriage, and I also say the stuff about our kids. But, you know, I just think the idea, and I think people feel this way less and less, but it's an outdated idea. You have kids, and then you work, and then they're off to college, and you're 18, and you're out the door, and you're done. And I'm just like, why would you do it? Why would you do it? It's the most work you'll ever do. If you're not going to be best friends, if you're not going to want them sleeping in the fucking bed, why?
Yeah.
You know, like your bed. I mean, not always,
course,
but you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like if you're not going to want to hold their hand every minute of the day, like, God, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work just to
point.
like, you know, just to go like, I did it. You're successful. Job done. Come see me at Christmas. You know, I don't know. I mean, perhaps that's satisfying enough to most people. And, you know, most people, again, are just putting one foot in front of the other. And so are we to an extent. But like, I just feel like so happy and fortunate to be able to drink it in.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, is it, you know, hard work, but also hard work's rewarded.
You know, I have to say it's nice and it's refreshing to hear someone say with some confidence, like, to talk about their happiness. It's a really lovely thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks. Well, I feel so fortunate, and I feel like also like, well played, Adam. Well played.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? That's enough.
Pat on the back.
Now I've had enough.
We're editing that one out.